Hello, grade 7s. It's Mr. Lorden. This is remote lesson number 2. We're going to try and take things much like we did last time. We're going to do some scales, and we're going to do some playing out of the book. Yeah, hopefully you guys are playing your instruments. I'm sure playing by yourselves, you guys are doing the whole thing going, I sound a lot better when I play with the band. And that's because when you're sitting by yourself, you know, you hear all your own mistakes. And that's okay, don't get discouraged. It's totally normal. The more mistakes you hear, the more things that you can do to fix it. So, we're going to just jump right in here. I don't want to take too much of your time. So, we're going to start with scales on page 40 in our books. Okay? We're going to start with our B-flat concert major scale and arpeggios. Okay? Nice big sound. 2, 3. Try and make sure you have a nice clear sound, clear articulation. If you need to do it again, or go back and try that again, rewind this video and do it again. Okay. We're going to do the technique study as well, which comes right after the scales, still on page 40. Okay, make sure you're slurring, just fingers and lots of air, and tongue the non-slurred ones. Trombones, best of luck. Fast slides and la, right? La 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 da da. Okay. 1, 2, 3. Okay. Now trombones, that one's really hard to make clean, so do your best. And if you need to practice that one a few other times, go for it. Okay. Alright, so we're going to go back, and I believe we ended our last session on number 64, which was the Cambridge Overture. So, we're going to rewind a couple, and we'll start on 62. So this is on page 17, okay? And we will, we're always going to go back a couple so we can do rewind a bit. And make sure that, you know, try not to move on to new stuff until you're feeling a little more comfortable. And by the way, if I get to a point where I'm getting into stuff that's way too much for you, I don't think I will, but if I do, please send me a message, let me know, say, Mr. Lorden, you're going way off book, it's too hard for us, come back. It's really hard for me to gauge where you guys are at if I can't see you, so just try and get a hold of me, send me a message, maybe Microsoft Teams or an email, a phone call, whatever it takes. So we're going to start on number 62, which is in 3/4. And try and make it as beautiful and as artistic and lovely as you possibly can, okay? So, encounter in 3. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. You know, what would really help Mr. Lorden is if he was actually using a trombone book instead of a trumpet book. phoneme book. That'll work. This book is in great shape. Oof. Somebody left their backpack in a puddle for a week, I guess. All right, let's do 63, a simple waltz. This one's in piano, so full sound but soft. Okay. I'll give you a bar and two. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. Okay. So there's our simple waltz. And we're going to catch back up to where we were last time with number 64, which was the Cambridge Overture theme. So this one is forte. Make sure you're always checking your key signature, time signature, and dynamic markings before you start playing, right? So I need to be big full sound for forte. I have A flats in this, or a B flat if you're a trumpet or clarinet or tenor sax, or F natural if you're an alto sax. Okay, you always got to make sure you know which notes are going to be adjusted, right? And we are in 4/4, not 3/4 this time. Okay. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. If you need to go back and do it again, then do it again. Okay. And we're going to move on to some new stuff now. Okay. We're going to do number 65. So we have a little Australian folk song. I've just come from Sydney. And you'll notice the dynamics start piano, but after our first breath, and only breath, we have to switch into forte. So we have a different character. So we have to change it up. Okay. So we do have a pickup. I'll give you a bar and two. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. Now, some of you other instruments, sometimes there is not enough breath. There's like, even if you took the biggest breath possible, sometimes there's no way you can actually get through a phrase. You got to try, because that's what the composer has put. And we want to try and be accurate in recreating what the composer wrote. But sometimes you might have to sneak a breath in. So we just try to do it in a way that nobody notices, okay? And we're going to try number 66. We have the Carnival of Venice, okay? I'm going to move the speed up a little bit. Okay, so this one's in 3/4. Now, sing along with me. I'd like you to try and say ta and say the rhythm for this one, okay? For the whole thing. Watch out for the ties. Make sure you count your beats through the ties. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. Ta 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 ta. Okay, so make sure you're paying attention to the rests and the ties. Okay, because if you don't count your way all the way through the ties, then the next rest or note that you have to play is almost guaranteed to be in the wrong place. Okay? You have to count. Mandatory. Not optional. Okay? So, nice big full sound. This is a solo piece and it's meant to be played forte. Okay? 1, I'll give you a bar in 2. 1, 2, 3, 1. If you want to try that one on your own with your own metronome, even faster, that would be super cool. Okay. We're going to actually move on. We're going to get to the next page. We're going to move on to 18. Now this one is the first thing in our book, I think, with an actual style marking. And it asks for andante for the warm-up, number 67, the lullaby. The whole thing is slurred, all of it. And andante is Italian. A lot of our style markings are going to be in Italian. And andante means walking tempo. So let's see. I'm gonna gauge this. I'm gonna tap while I walk. And I'll show you. This is kind of cool. This little app here actually marks what the style, and it actually came up as andante because I just checked it with my walking tempo. So that's how you figure it out. So this one's all smooth and connected, okay? This one should be beautiful. It's a lullaby. So it's the kind of music that's supposed to help put people to sleep. So we don't want to be blasting and really abrasive, right? We want to make a really beautiful sound. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. Now, just because you're playing quietly does not mean that you need to use less air. It means you need to use the air more conservatively. You want to think slower air, not blasting. Okay. So I'm going to try that one more time, and I'd love you to try and play with me and try and create the most beautiful sound you can. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. Okay, so we're going to try this next one. We've never done this one, I don't think. So this is Ezekiel Saw the Wheel, and this is a duet, okay? Now the difficulty in this one is making very quick dynamic changes, okay? Not all dynamic changes necessarily happen at the beginning of a bar. Sometimes they happen on a specific note. I'm going to play the A part first. And if you want, you can play the A part with me. Otherwise, you can play the B part along with me. Or if you want, you can play the A part with me once. Then next time I'll do it, you can play the B part with me. And then you can rewind and try both as a duet. Okay? Now you'll notice that we have a reverse repeat right at the beginning. So we have a pickup note followed by a reverse repeat, right? So when we get to the end of the first ending, we don't play that pickup note again, right? We only go right to the repeat sign, okay? So here's the A part. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2. Ooh, Mr. Larden screwed up. I added too many eighth notes there. My bad. I'll do that again. A part. 1, 2, 3. Okay, so that's the A part. And here's the B part. 1, 2, 3. Oh, I messed up again. Sorry, Mr. Larden's been doing a lot of breathing exercises and I'm still dizzy today. I feel silly. Okay, I miss you guys. I'm gonna do that again. I apologize. This is the B part. I missed the second ending. See, for those of you who get mad at yourselves when you make a mistake, I do it all the time. Just have to not care. Just do it again until you get it. 1, 2, 3. Okay. I feel a little better about I can't. Oh, I messed up so much. Okay. So we're gonna look at number 69 here. Now you guys should know this because you're in grade 7, but you remember accents, yeah? Okay. Oh, this is in 3/4. So this is moderato, which is slightly faster than walking tempo. So think, I have to walk fast to the thing, but I'm not allowed to run. Moderato. Okay, so especially when we're doing 3/4, or any time signature, in any rhythm, there's heavy beats and lighter beats. So like in 4/4, beats 1 and 3 are heavier than beats 2 and 4. Right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1. They're kind of like a heavier beat. In 3/4, only beat 1 is heavy, and beats 2 and 3 are lighter. So it's boom, cha, cha, boom, cha, cha, boom, cha, cha, boom, cha. So I want you to say ta and make the downbeat of every measure a little more oomph, okay? Because everyone in number 69, rhythm time, has an accent. So we say together, 1, 2, 3, here we ta 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 ta. Okay, you need more air on your accent. Okay, so we're gonna try number 70 here, the streets of Laredo. Okay. And if you need to do it again a few times, you do that, okay? Now, if you look at the key signature, this one does not have the altered note. This one's in B flat, so we have A natural for our trombones and flutes, F sharp for our altos, and B natural for our low B natural for our trumpets and clarinets and tenors. 1, 2. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. At some point I played an E natural in there. I apologize. All right, we're going to try the next one here. We're moving back to 2/4. This one's a little faster, okay? This one's called Donkey Riding. It's apparently a Canadian folk song, though I've never heard it. Let me know if you have. I haven't. Let's just say this one together on T's and Ta's first. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1. T T T T T T ta, T T T T T T ta, T T T T T T ta, T T T T ta ta. Okay, so it's pretty quick. Okay, you're gonna have to have some fast fingers. Okay, and make sure you accent those accented notes. Check your key signature. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1. So that one's pretty quick. If you need to, you can slow down my video in the bottom corner. Here, there's a little gear, and you can slow it down and try that slower. But that one's a little bit more of a challenge for you, okay? And we'll do one more. We're going to do number 72. This is the second last one on page 18. This is the Nutcracker. And we do have 2 different dynamics, so pay attention to that. And we have a little bit of slur, okay? So you should recognize this one. This is the dance from the Sugar Plum Fairies, I think. Okay. Oh, wrong time signature. Come on, Mr. Lorden. Get it together, man. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. Okay. And the last thing I want you to do is, on your own time, take a few moments to do number 73. Now, I'm not going to do each of them because every one of you has something different, but they're really, really, really helpful exercises. Just for giggles, I'm going to do the one here out of the euphonium book. It says for the euphoniums, says, increase the tempo slightly each time you practice this exercise. Learning these fingering patterns is important to your progress. And they're absolutely right. Every one of you has something different in your book, and I highly recommend that you take the time to actually do those green solo exercises. So it looks like trumpets have the exact same exercise, okay? One, two, one. And if you can do that really, really fast, right? Da 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 da. Make sure you're only You can't just do it fast. You have to do it fast while doing the slurs and the tongues together, okay? So that'll wrap it up for today. And I'll have more stuff for you guys on Tuesday, and we're gonna actually start maybe looking at the good life, if I can actually play the piano part. Okay. So keep practicing, keep playing, keep healthy, stay sane. I miss you guys, and send me a message if you want to say hi. Bye bye.